everyone, this is Joy Paris with RichGirlNetwork.tv. Tonight we're in West Hollywood for the Lifetime Winter Movie Celebration. What a great night we had talking to all the filmmakers and of course the cast and the VIPs that bring us great Lifetime stories. So stay tuned and keep watching RichGirlNetwork.tv. So you are in Love You to Death. Can you share with our audience the role you play?
Well, I play a character, her name is Camille Stoller, but it's based on a real-life woman named Dee Dee Blanchard. And the news became aware of this story because there was a murder. And Dee Dee Blanchard had something called Munchausen by proxy, which is where you keep your person, someone you love, someone close to you, sick for your own personal gain or attention or whatever. And she subjugated basically her daughter her entire life, the daughter's entire life, to being sick, feeding her cancer meds, gave her a feeding tube. I mean, it was just a very sad story of this mother-daughter relationship, but the whole world thought it was a very loving, the mom was very loving. And then when the daughter became a teenager and she, naturally wanted her freedom, she ended up murdering her mom, and I play the mom.
When you prepare for a role like that and you get this story, what are you thinking about how you're going to channel yourself into that? This is a very heavy role.
Well, because it's based on a real person, you do as much research as you can on the real person because there's the onus of responsibility to honor not their exactness, but their essence. That's the key. And in this case, there were a lot of physical attributes that were different than mine. So I was able to work with the hair and makeup team and costume and to affect who she was. And it made all the difference.
If there's one thing you came away with doing this film, what would that be?
Well, I better be a less hands-on mom. I'm such a hands-on mom. And my kids will be like, Mom, give us more freedom. And, this story is a case of not giving your child freedom in extremis. But I think that all of us can watch it and go, what is love? What is nurturing? What is the responsibility for power? My character is a very powerful woman, meaning she's the mother. So she's an authority figure. She's a mother figure. She's a powerful woman. And a lot of people abuse power. And we trust them to not abuse power. We trust them to lead us and guide us toward the things which are most humane. And so I thought that was very interesting, and how interesting that enough brainwashing can let a child or anybody think that what is not humane is actually okay. Right? It's scary. Right.
I can't wait to see the film because I think it's a subject that we all need to really know and watch and learn. So thank you for taking this role.
I think so. I think it's a gripping film. It's like a car wreck. You don't want to look away from it, but you also don't like what you're seeing. And, when you think about people, you're like, look, a racist doesn't think they're racist. A person who's homophobic doesn't think they're homophobic. People don't, when they have these flaws, I call them flaws, I own it, I call them flaws of misogyny or whatever they are, they don't think that they could justify it till the cows came home. And this character had a mental illness where she was convinced her daughter was sick even though she knew she wasn't. So it's this strange, I love being able to delve into that world where I could ask these questions of myself and of the other people and of the world. It was really a great opportunity.
Well, thank you so much. Story and intense movie. I cannot wait to see it. But my number one question to you, first of all, is what did you learn about yourself doing Love You to Death?
Ooh, wow. I think it's funny. I play a character who's really trapped and really sick. I have a bald cap the whole movie. I'm bald, well, for most of the movie. And I think I learned, you hide behind your hair. You hide behind the things that make you feel a certain way. You think you're strong until you strip everything down. And so I think what really surprised me is by the end of the movie, I loved the way I looked bald, and I felt like I could really just own who I was. And I learned a lot about standing up for myself and being strong.
How important is a movie like this, especially now? I mean, movies like this, they're always important, but why is it important even more so now, today?
So our movie Love You to Death deals with the issue of Munchausen by proxy, which is something that I don't think a lot of people know about. There's no protocol in the medical community for it. There's no blueprint for how do we deal with this issue. When you go to the doctor, you say, I'm sick, or I feel this pain, or I have this symptom, and their first response is, how can I fix it?
Right.
A doctor is never going to say, are you sure?
Right.
And so there's no protocol, and it's an issue that I think deserves a lot of awareness. And I think the only reason we have heard about this story is because it ended in a death, it ended in a murder. But there are, I'm sure, thousands of people out there who are suffering in the same way.
If you can describe the film in 3 words, how would you describe it? 3 words.
Love, connection, and freedom.
I was just thinking that before you said it, freedom. Wow. Social media then, so fans can find you, follow you, and stay in touch.
Yes, I'm Emily Skeggs. I'm at Ed Skeggs, E-D Skeggs, E-D-S-K Eggs on Instagram and Twitter.